Music is so much more important than competition. Competition serves one main purpose, and that's to get us to reach to our highest level. Quite often we don't feel like practicing. And then you think, well, I have an audition in 5 weeks. I better go practice. So it's an incentive. And then you think, well, how do I know how good the competition is? They'd probably be wonderful. So then you practice to even higher standards. That's the true value of competition. And to me, anybody who follows through all the way to the audition day wins. Whether they make first or last cheer or no cheer at all is irrelevant, because anybody who goes through the process is a winner. They are much better than before the process.
Competition can be a great thing. It helps motivate us to practice, to head toward our goals. But the performance is what it's all about. And we should always remember that as musicians.
Please keep in mind that when you're taking an audition or preparing a performance, that the most important thing is the music. It's always the music, not the results. If you're prepared and you play beautifully and you play musically, it will always be a good performance.
This kind of attitude is so important, and not just in music, but in all of life's attributes. Very few people actually pursue a professional music career, but those same skills of excellence and doing the best you can and being methodical in what you do and thinking things through apply to every other life situation. It's a wonderful experience.
It's really important to keep all this talk of competition in perspective. You didn't start playing in the band because you wanted to compete with everybody. You did it because you were playing music with your friends. And at the end of the day, that's what's most important.
There's never a loser when you're practicing for a performance. You are a winner because you get to perform, and the audience is a winner because they get to hear the performance.
The point of practicing is not so that we can win whatever the next competition that's coming up is. The point of practicing is to become more effective at conveying the feelings that we have and sharing them and expressing them with other musicians that we're playing with, and also with our audience.
Anyone who goes to an audition is a winner. There are no losers. The person who goes to the audition has practiced and gone as far as they can. And if it's not the result you're looking for, there's a chance to reflect and say, well, next time I'm going to do things differently, and I'll do things better.
My fondest memory of music is my first day in middle school band. I can clearly remember coming in and sitting down in my chair and starting those first notes and realizing that this was such a great experience for me. There's no losers in music. Any musician who makes music is a winner. And not only that, the people who are fortunate enough to hear you make your music are winners also.
The audition is over. Didn't quite come out as high as you'd like to. Remember that you followed the preparation steps and you worked hard to get to that point. You're a better player because of that. And that's a very important thing to realize, that it's not just the results, but the path that you follow getting to that point that's important.
The progress that we make as musicians is a lot like the stock market. We all have up days and we all have down days. And if you ever fall short of a goal that you've set for yourself, don't worry about it, because we're always on an upward path. We're always getting better as long as we keep working at it.
So what happens if you don't make your goal? What if you wanted first chair and got second? What if you wanted to make the band and didn't make it at all? You're going to be disappointed and going to be sad, and there's no point in trying to hide those feelings. But we also don't need to accept those feelings as a dominant force in our life. Sometimes people are not successful and they just want to quit everything, to throw in the towel. And they're overlooking all the marvelous benefits they've had because of all of your practice. You have improved, and you're a much better player now than you used to be.
In life and in music, there will always be times that you don't succeed at your goal. When I find myself in these situations, I always look back to the journey. Am I better off now than when I started? That answer will almost always be yes. And if you can concentrate on that, if you can concentrate on the journey and the progress that you've made, you have always succeeded.